What's going on, folks? Eddie Carrington, Mayor of Flux City, and today I'm headed out to Grand Rapids to go have a in-depth conversation with Amanda Lewin. She's the founder and CEO of Bamboo Co-working, and she started out in the city of Detroit, downtown Detroit, some years back. I would say probably 10 plus years back, with a co-working space that allotted for entrepreneurs such as myself to have a place to go and work, have reliable Wi-Fi, have a spot where you can send mail to, have meetings at, and it was really a hub that most entrepreneurs in the city of Detroit and even outside the city knew about and looked at as their primary place to have those conversations about entrepreneurship, business, and at the time I was working on a tech startup. I've tried my hand at a few tech startups in the past, but this place was the spot to be if you were an entrepreneur, and still is. They eventually evolved and moved from one location in the city of Detroit, specifically downtown, to another larger location, and that is where I currently have my office at. So big fan of Amanda and the entity that she's been able to create, because not only does she have, fast forward to 2025, the space downtown Detroit, she has a co-working space now in Royal Oak, which is a phenomenal facility. She also has space in Ann Arbor, which I have yet to have an opportunity to check out. But via the images and the feedback, that place looks amazing as well. And now she's expanding to Grand Rapids. So now this brings her up to 4 locations when it comes to her co-working space. And this is, to me, what you strive for as an entrepreneur, as a business owner who has a brick and mortar such as what she has, a brick and mortar concept, getting to different markets. And it's one thing to get to one other market. She's actually moving into her 4th market, and that is a pretty big deal. And having an opportunity to have a conversation with her about this expansion and a bit about the future of co-working is, I think, important in this post-pandemic era, especially now when in 2025 we're seeing more and more businesses and government entities start to force their employees back into the office in one format or another, whether it be full-time, 5 days a week, or maybe there's a hybrid version that they say, okay, well now instead of 5 days and or instead of working from home 100% of the time, we need you in the office at least 3 days a week, right? But the co-working space is intriguing because what happens to co-working, right? Where a lot of people who were forced to work from home due to the pandemic in a good way, and I'm saying that because working from home, that was the caveat. That was one of the caveats from the pandemic, being able to work from home and gain some of your time back and your ability to engage with your family, but more importantly, work on your other businesses and entities as an entrepreneur. Unsurprisingly, there were a lot of people, including myself, who worked from home, and on your free time, you were able to build up your entrepreneurial hustle, your small business in ways that you wouldn't have been able to had you have been working in the office 5 days a week. But I'm interested in hearing Amanda's feedback on this, because we're in a different time. It seems like when the pandemic happened, I felt that co-working is about to explode. There's no way that the co-working space is going to have any problem when it comes to increasing the membership across the country, due to the fact that sometimes people who work from home don't want to be at home when they're working. And so imagine having a place that you could still go, that's close to your house, that has reliable Wi-Fi and has good coffee, and more importantly, that human interaction with other individuals. You know, that's a huge value add. But now, once again, we're hearing people being forced back to the office. So I'm interested to hear what Amanda has to say about the times that we're in currently, and how that potentially may affect co-working, whether it be in a good or bad way. But I also would like to have a chance to kind of discuss with her how she balances her work life and her family life as a person that I'm assuming doesn't sleep. She has an amazing family and recently became a mother over the last few years. And so, you know, talking to her about that, I think, is important to incorporate in the interview, so I can share with you guys what it takes in order to be successful in the realm that she's in. But really excited to have an opportunity to have a conversation with Amanda, and I'm really hoping that you get some value out of the conversation, as you know, she is a very integral part of the entrepreneurial space in the city of Detroit over the last 15-ish or so years, 15-ish or so years. She's been at the forefront of making things happen and providing space for people like me to once again have a home base. And so I'm really excited to be able to chop it up with her today. But look for the video to be out soon, if not already out by now, and let me know what you think.